I'm thankful for everything that happened in my career, all the good, and even the little bit of bad that happened. I feel like everything happened for a reason, and I'm forever thankful for, Baylor for the experiences that they gave me. The biggest things that I will definitely remember is probably the things off the field. My relationship with Jesus Christ has, grew substantially, and those are moments that I probably wouldn't trade for anything. Also off the field, the amount of knowledge that I've been able to gain from Baylor has been, tremendous. And with that, in terms of football, I've been able to learn so many things from so many great coaches and, develop as a football player physically as well. So it's been a great ride, and I wouldn't trade it. I would go back and do it over in a hot second. So I'm thankful for everything that happened, and it's crazy that we're already at, the end.
First off, just wrap around real quick. Thoughts about this game. 20-10, Baylor wins, still stays exactly where they need to be in the Big 12 title game, provided Oklahoma loses in Bedlam next week. Spencer, we'll start with you. Brutally physical game, and Baylor comes out on top.
Absolutely. Yeah, they K-State came to play today. And anytime you go up there, it's a tough game to play. Snyder Family Stadium always is rocking, and they don't want to lose at home, and they're always coming to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian, a lot of injuries in this game, both sides of the ball, because it was, as we all expected, to be just a slobber knocker, bare-knuckle brawl physically, and it was. Your thoughts on the 20-10 win?
It was a very physical game. You saw, T.J. Franklin went down, Gary Bohannon went down, Skylar Thompson went down. I think there's probably 5 to 6 guys right now that are going to be in the ice bath for at least a couple of days. And but you hate to see it, but Baylor comes out 9-2 now. So that was what it is. But very physical.
9-2, and very physical game. And the first thing we got to talk about before we get to some of the calls at 254-339-1122, plus your texts. Got those rolling in, and the chat on the chat room on YouTube. Blake Shapen comes in after Gary Bohannon appears to have pulled his hamstring. We don't know how severe that injury is yet. We'll find out in the postgame what's expected, but that's an injury that usually takes 3 or 4 weeks to heal. You don't come back and play a week after that. You really just shouldn't. People try, they shouldn't, and you can't really. There's nothing you can do for it but physical therapy and rest. That's all you can do. So Blake Shapen came in and availed himself very, very well. Spencer, in his first action, looked real good, accurate throwing the football, tough as nails running it. I know a lot of people say he looks like Charlie Brewer. He's a little bit bigger than Charlie Brewer, got a better arm than Charlie Brewer, wears the same number, but really, I liked what we saw from Blake Shapen tonight.
Absolutely, I'm a big Shapen fan now.
It felt great to get the win on the road because, it's something that we haven't done in a while, and something that a lot of people was thinking that we couldn't do. So I would say that the TCU game kind of was a wake-up call for us. We hadn't let anybody, put that many yards up on us, and, anybody wasn't as successful on the offensive side of the ball against us. So it was definitely a wake-up call for our defense, but I think each game is a learning, stepping stone for us, and it helps us to, to change up some things and get better at the things that we need to get better at. So it was good to, go out there, bring the energy that we had, and have fun. For the most part, K-State was a great win for us. We felt like we went out there and did what we needed to do. The juice and the energy on the sidelines were great. From a physical standpoint, it was a bit of a hard game. They're a very physical team, and they like to run the ball a lot. So we had to, match some of the cross blocks and some of the pulling guards that they had. So it was a bit of a physical game, but I feel like for the most part, our coaches and our training staff is doing a great job of helping us recover this week, and we should be ready for Texas Tech on Saturday. When Gary got hurt, it was, very hard for us to see because we understand the hard work that he puts in, day in and day out, and the hours that he puts in, go out and play his best on Saturday. So we went into halftime. It was a bit of a, hard pill to swallow, but we understood that Blake was a great quarterback, and we understood that we didn't have to do anything more than execute. and do our job. We play against Blake every day in practice, and we see the throws that he's making, the reads that he's making, and just how good of a player he is. So, we wasn't disturbed knowing that he was going in the game because we knew how good he was and the things that he could do. When you're going against Blake Shapen, he's a competitor. He wants to win. He wants to make sure that the ball is in the right spot for his receivers, and he wants to give them the best chance to win as well. So I'm always rooting for guys like that. And if he is the starting quarterback on Saturday, he won't miss a beat. And I know that he'll go out and lead our team and our offense to a victory. I feel like the defense is close to perfection. I feel like the biggest thing that we need to do is, clean up our details when it comes to, our footwork and just making sure that we're in the right spot at the right time. And then also, we could also always, get better at running to the ball. So those are probably the biggest two things that the defense can continue to improve on as the season, comes to an end. I think the difference in OK State and TCU is the approach. OK State is a bit of a more run-dominant team. So we seen a lot of runs that game, and we wasn't able to do the things that we wanted to do from that standpoint. And on the other hand, TCU was a more pass-heavy team, so we didn't execute on some of the things that we needed to do from that standpoint. So I feel like now that we've seen both run and pass, we've been able to correct the things that we need to correct. And I think that it'll be hard for anybody to put those type of points on us and control the game the way both of those teams did. Yeah, Texas Tech, they're a solid team. They do a great job at trying to run the ball early. And also they do a great job at taking shots and getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So it's definitely going to be a challenge on Saturday, and we look forward to it as a defense. We look forward to, like I said, going out and stopping a run, creating turnovers, and making the big plays that we need to make to give our offense the ball back. So focusing on the Big 12 championship can definitely be a distraction for Texas Tech this week because we've seen it happen in the past. So we're just focused on going out and executing against Texas Tech and making sure that we're doing the right things in order to get the win this week. With that being said, I know that it's in the back of a lot of our, a lot of my teammates' mind, and it can pop up every now and then. It's all about our maturity and our focus this week to snap back in and focus on Texas Tech and the things that they like to do. So I feel like for the most part, we're focused on Texas Tech. We think it'll be a good one on Saturday, and we're looking forward to the challenge.